Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cybin's channel, the forefront of change to mental health with psychedelics. And joining us, as always, Duke Drysdale. Welcome, sir.
Colin, it's good to see you again.
Always a pleasure. So we got lots of news to dive into here, and we'll start off by Cybin appoints Dr. Amir Namdar as Chief Medical Officer for the European Operations, and Jeff Vardy as Head of Research and Development. So what kind of experience do these gentlemen bring to the team, and how did they end up at Cybin?
Well, tremendous experience. We went through a pretty robust search process. We were specifically looking for a Chief Medical Officer in Europe, and Amir fills that role very well. He's a board-certified psychiatrist with a background coming from AstraZeneca, from GSK and Takeda. So about 20 years working in CNS. And his role is really to pull together the full clinical development plans for our treatments, making sure we have the right clinical endpoints for regulators, so we can bring these molecules through those studies to market. Jeff's role is US based, and his role is to make sure we have a preclinical package that he can hand off to Amir, and making sure we do the right studies in the right species to get the right safety package for FDA when we start filing an IND. And much of Jeff's role will be managing our partners. We have around 50 partners now, where we outsource much of this preclinical and clinical work.
Incredible. So shifting from that into the patent filings, because you guys have been sending some news off as you filed an international application covering psychedelic delivery methods. So what delivery methods are we discussing here in that psychedelic realm?
Yeah, so there are some challenges with classical psychedelic drugs in that many of them have poor oral bioavailability. That means it's hard to get them into the bloodstream and to the site of action. And there's a number of those that we're working on. We have a library of about 50 products, 50 molecules. And some of these are really quite difficult to get into the bloodstream. So one path we've been investigating is inhalation. That is delivering these molecules through the lungs, quickly into the bloodstream, bypassing the liver and getting right to the site of action. So that should help us really deliver efficient and fast onset.
So speaking on that, because the fast onset of obviously inhalation immediately into the bloodstream, what kind of delivery method, how do you guys do that specifically? Is it something like an inhaler? And then once it's in the bloodstream, isn't that a little bit not only more fast acting, but faster on the time down? It kind of just leaves the system a lot faster as well.
Yeah, that's the goal. So the delivery mechanism would be more like a nebulizer, kind of one breath or two breaths, depending upon the dose that you're looking for. But one of our major goals of all of our programs is to deliver fast onset and short acting treatments. Some of the oral treatments that are in development today are 6 hours or 8 hours in duration, which when you consider these have to be supervised in a clinical setting, that's just really challenging for the clinical infrastructure to support. So for these depression clinics, addiction clinics that we'll be partnering with to help them see more patients per day, we want these treatments to be fast onset and shorter acting so they can be scalable.
Yeah, so just to quickly pinpoint that as well, what kind of delivery systems are you focusing on within psychedelics? Is this like within like, say, magic mushrooms or LSD? Like exactly how, I don't want to get too down into the topic, I guess, of how you're kind of getting into the lungs, but because I've never heard of that before, right? Like when you think about inhaling those kind of substances. So is that kind of the direction then? You're literally turning these into like airborne ingestibles?
Well, we're actually trying out multiple different delivery processes, and we're matching the delivery mechanism with each molecule. So we have a psilocybin molecule that we're using a sublingual film for delivery. This is a strip that gets placed under the tongue. And the same goal, to get the drug quickly into the bloodstream, bypass the liver and right to the site of action, but just doing it in a different way, using the film. For CYB3 molecule, which is another tryptamine, somewhat similar to psilocybin and DMT, this we're using an orally disintegrating tablet, so a fast melt tablet that just dissolves very quickly in the mouth. And then for CYB4, which is another fast-acting tryptamine, this particular molecule has no oral bioavailability at all. So if you swallowed it, nothing would happen. But we can get around that by delivering directly into the lungs. So in each case, we're trying to tackle challenges with each individual molecule by partnering them with specific delivery technologies.
Incredible updates. I want to throw this out to anybody watching this. If you guys have any questions at all, always let us know in the comment section below. I'd love to bring them up because this is obviously a really intriguing conversation to be had. But Duke, I appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
In light of this, stay cool, stay awesome, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers.